Welcome to episode 22 of the Italian Americans in Hollywood podcast series. I'm Daley Giacopella.
And I'm Sadie Bruni.
And today, we're going to be talking about Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
So, I think a lot of people know him from the Hangover, Silver Linings Playbook, American Sniper.
Blockbuster guy.
Yeah, huge star.
Yeah.
But what they might not know is that he's actually Italian-American.
Yeah, through his mother.
Yeah, through his mother, Gloria Campano.
Yeah.
And so we thought we'd take a closer look at his life.
I think it's interesting how sometimes these heritage connections sort of fly under the radar.
Yeah. You would never.
I mean, unless you're, really looking for it, you're not going to know that.
No, you wouldn't know.
But it really does add another layer to someone's journey and how they got to where they are.
Yeah, definitely. And so, we like to go beyond just sort of the surface level of what you know about these actors. And so today we're going to dive into Bradley Cooper.
Sounds good.
So he was born in 1975 in Philadelphia. His father was Charles Cooper, who was a stockbroker, and his mom, we already mentioned Gloria, worked for NBC.
Interesting.
So that's quite a contrast, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Totally different fields.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can't help but wonder if those differing career paths, in some way played a role in shaping his own ambitions and choices.
Right.
Yeah.
And it seems he was very driven from a young age.
It seems so.
He went to Georgetown.
Okay.
Majored in English, minored in French.
Wow.
Was on the rowing team and was in the nomadic theater group.
So active already.
Yeah, so very much,
The serious mind for sure.
Exploring his interests and things.
Multifaceted.
Yeah.
It's interesting to think about, we think about him now and he's this huge star.
Yeah.
But, he had that sort of humble beginnings.
For sure.
Working as a doorman in New York City at the Morgan's Hotel.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, while he was pursuing acting. Can you imagine this A-lister interacting with hotel guests? Maybe even other celebrities passing through at that time.
Right.
It's a really good reminder that even those who reach incredible heights often have a less glamorous climb.
For sure.
To get there.
Yeah. You don't just become Bradley Cooper overnight.
No, you don't.
And, he did start to get some roles in TV.
He did.
He was in an episode of Sex and the City.
Oh, wow.
And then his sort of breakthrough role was in the show Alias.
Which a lot of people know him from.
A lot of people know him from.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is that, that actually wasn't
all rosy.
Yeah.
It wasn't all just easy breezy from there.
He was actually going to quit acting.
Yeah. He got frustrated because his role was being diminished in the show.
Oh, interesting.
And he even thought about giving up acting altogether.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really relatable. I think it shows even successful people face self-doubt and, have those moments where they question everything.
Yeah, and especially in a field that is so difficult,
Absolutely. It makes his story even more human and inspiring.
It does, because it means that, anyone can go through those periods.
Anyone can experience those moments of uncertainty, no matter their profession or level of fame.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Totally. And so then what happened?
Well, then he landed a role in Wedding Crashers.
Okay.
And this was kind of a turning point for him because he played the antagonist.
Oh.
A sort of jerky, the bad guy.
Yeah.
And it was a real departure from his previous nice guy image.
Yeah.
And I think it really shifted people's perception of him.
Interesting.
It sort of opened doors for him to explore a wider range of characters.
Yeah, and he could show that he could play different kinds of roles.
Yes, exactly. And it's remarkable how sometimes a single role can have that kind of impact on an actor's career.
Please like, subscribe, and watch our shorts, videos, and other podcasts. Links are in description.
It can really change things.
It can really change things, yeah. And from there,
it took off.
He started taking on all these different types of roles.
He did.
Thrillers, dramas. He did some voice acting.
Yeah.
And he really started to show his range as an actor.
Yeah, I think films Limitless and The Place Beyond the Pines really showcased his dramatic abilities, his ability to take on these complex roles.
Right, and not be afraid to, do something that wasn't just going to be a box office hit.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't afraid to push himself and embrace roles that demanded a lot from him, both physically and emotionally.
Right, and that brings us to American Sniper.
Yes.
Which was, a huge
film.
A huge film for him.
And it really, I think, solidified him as a serious, dramatic actor.
Yeah. And I mean, he went through a huge physical transformation for that.
He did.
He gained all this weight. He really got into the headspace of Chris Kyle.
Absolutely.
It was a very intense performance.
It's a testament to his dedication to his craft.
Yeah, and it was a powerful experience, I think, for audiences and critics.
I think so, too.
It was very impactful. And it seems around that time, he also started to think about directing.
Yeah, he did.
And, expressing a desire to sort of tell stories.
Behind the camera.
Behind the camera, yeah.
Yeah, which is really interesting because he had been acting for so long.
I know.
But then he wanted to sort of take on that new challenge of directing.
And that leads us to A Star is Born.
Yes.
Which I feel is a very personal project for him.
It feels very personal, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It was his directorial debut.
It was.
And he really threw himself into it.
Absolutely.
He learned to play piano and guitar.
Yeah.
And he took voice lessons.
For months and months.
For months.
Yeah.
And I think it really shows in the film the level of commitment he displayed is impressive.
It's impressive.
It speaks volumes about his passion for the project.
Yeah.
And his determination to do it justice.
For sure. And he also collaborated with Lady Gaga on the soundtrack, and they recorded everything live.
Yeah, for authenticity.
Yeah, they wanted to feel very real. Yeah.
Real and raw, and you can feel that.
Yes.
And the music in the film.
For sure. And it's no wonder I think the film resonated so deeply with viewers because of that authenticity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really connected with people.
It did. It did.
And it was a huge success for him.
It was.
As a director.
Yeah. His first time directing.
Yeah.
And it was a smash.
Yeah. And he hasn't stopped there.
No, he hasn't.
He has this new project, Maestro.
Yes.
Which he is starring in and directing and co-writing.
Yeah. About the legendary composer Leonard Bernstein.
Yeah, so another really demanding role.
It is.
And it shows that he's,
he's not afraid of a challenge.
Not afraid of a challenge.
Yeah.
And he keeps wanting to push himself.
Yeah, and do different things.
Do different things, yeah.
I think that's one of the things that's so fascinating about him.
Yeah.
Is that he doesn't seem content to just settle into one specific genre or type of project.
No, he's always trying to grow and evolve.
Yeah, exactly.
As an artist.
And as a person, I think, too.
And as a person, yeah. And he seemed to be driven by more than just,
right.
fame and fortune.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Well, he's very involved in philanthropy.
He is.
Especially with cancer research.
Because his father passed away.
From lung cancer.
That's right, yeah.
And so that's something that's very important to him.
It reveals a compassionate side to him, I think.
Yeah.
A desire to give back and make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beyond just, his work.
Yeah, for sure.
It adds another dimension to his persona.
It does.
To show that he's not just focused on, all the glitz and glam
exactly.
of Hollywood.
Please like, subscribe, and watch our shorts, videos, and other podcasts. Links are in description.
Yeah, and he's fluent in French.
What?
Yeah, from his time as an exchange student.
Oh, wow.
So that speaks to, this worldly cultured side that we don't always see on screen.
I had no idea.
It's fascinating to uncover these layers, isn't it? It challenges the image we have of celebrities as being one-dimensional.
For sure. And so the more we sort of dive into his story and his journey, the more I wonder, what is it about him that makes him so compelling?
Mm.
Is it the range of roles? Is it his dedication to his craft? Or is it, this desire to make a difference? What do you think?
I think it's all of those things.
Yeah, I agree.
And maybe it's because you never quite know what he's going to do next.
Right.
But it's going to be interesting.
I think it's his approach to storytelling that really resonates with me.
Okay.
That's what makes him so compelling.
Okay.
We're going to talk about that when we return.
Okay.
So stick around.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
So we were talking about Bradley Cooper's approach to storytelling.
Right, and how that makes him so compelling.
Yes, and I think a big part of it is his willingness to be vulnerable on screen.
Okay.
He's not afraid to show his raw emotions.
Yeah, I think you're right. And that allows him to really connect with audiences on a deeper level.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we see ourselves in those emotions.
Right. It's not easy to do that.
It's not. No, it takes a lot of courage.
Especially in front of a camera.
Yeah, exactly.
And to sort of put yourself out there like that.
It's a risk.
Yeah.
But when it pays off, it's really powerful.
It is. And I think when you look at his choices as a director and an actor, it seems he's really guided by a desire to explore the full spectrum of human emotion.
I think so, too.
He's not just interested in playing the hero or the funny guy or whatever.
Right.
He wants to delve into, the complexities of what it means to be human.
Yes. And he's not afraid of the dark stuff either.
Right.
He's willing to go there.
Yeah. Silver Linings Playbook?
Exactly.
And American Sniper? Those are both
really intense.
Yeah, those are tough roles.
Yeah, they required him to tap into some deep emotional reserves.
Yeah.
To portray characters dealing with mental illness and trauma.
Right, and he didn't shy away from that.
Yeah. No, he embraced it fully.
He did.
And I think that's what makes those performances so powerful.
Yeah.
Because he's not afraid to be vulnerable.
And he's also really good at choosing projects that resonate with audiences.
He is. He has a knack for it.
You know, they're not just entertaining.
Right.
But they make you think.
Yes.
And feel and question your own perspective.
They stay with you.
They do.
After you've seen them.
Yeah, they're not just sort of like fluffy popcorn movies.
No, you know what I mean?
They have depth.
They have depth, yeah.
And meaning.
And it's fascinating how he can balance all these different things.
It is, isn't it?
You know, he can make you laugh in The Hangover.
Yes.
And then, you know, have you completely engrossed in a serious drama.
Absolutely.
A Star is Born.
You know?
It's incredible.
He's really versatile.
He is. It speaks to his versatility as a performer.
Yes.
And his ability to connect with audiences across genres.
Please like, subscribe, and watch our shorts videos and other podcasts. Links are in description.
I think that's rare.
It is. It's very rare.
To be able to do both comedy and drama equally well.
And he really immerses himself in his roles.
He does, yeah.
You know, for American Sniper, like we were talking about.
Right.
He went through that intense physical training, the weight gain.
Yeah.
To accurately portray Chris Kyle.
It's admirable.
It is.
That level of dedication.
It shows how seriously he takes his craft.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the physical transformation either.
Right.
He also spent time with Kyle's family and friends.
Oh, wow.
To really understand the man behind the uniform.
Yeah.
To get to the heart of his character.
And you can see that.
You
can see that in his performance.
That authenticity shines through.
Yeah. And that reminds me of something he said about preparing for A Star is Born.
What was that?
He talked about wanting to approach the music in a way that felt raw and real.
Interesting.
He didn't want to rely on studio tricks or overproduction.
Right.
He wanted the audience to feel the emotions behind the songs.
So it's that authenticity again that seems to be a recurring theme in his work.
Right.
Both as an actor and as a director.
It's like he's always striving for honesty and realism.
Yeah.
Which I think allows the audience to connect.
On a deeper level?
Yeah, on a much deeper level.
It's more visceral.
Yeah. And it makes sense that his collaborations with Lady Gaga and Clint Eastwood were so successful.
Because they're both known for that same kind of commitment
right,
to creating something genuine and impactful.
Exactly. And it's interesting to think about how his Italian-American heritage might have influenced his approach to storytelling.
How so?
Well, there's a strong emphasis on family and community.
Within Italian-American culture.
Yeah.
For sure.
And a lot of his films explore themes of family and relationships.
You're right.
And the bonds that connect people.
I hadn't thought about it that way.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
Yeah. Silver Linings Playbook,
Yeah.
A Star is Born.
Mm-hmm.
Even in The Hangover, to some extent.
Yeah, it's subtle.
It is subtle.
But it's there.
But it's there, yeah.
And it's not just the themes themselves.
Right.
But the way he portrays them.
Yeah.
There's often a warmth and a sense of intimacy
in
his depictions of family relationships.
For sure.
Which could be attributed to his upbringing.
It's a fascinating connection.
It is.
It really makes you wonder how his heritage has shaped his worldview.
And his artistic choices.
Yeah, and ultimately the stories he chooses to tell.
It's definitely something to ponder.
It is, and as we continue to explore his career, I think we'll find even more examples of this connection.
I thought so too. I think it's a key part of what makes him such a unique and compelling storyteller.
Yeah, I agree. So we were talking about how Bradley Cooper's Italian-American heritage might influence his work.
Yeah, particularly how it shows up in his focus on family.
Yeah, and relationships.
It's really subtle, but it's definitely there.
Yeah, and it doesn't stop at the themes themselves.
Right. It also influences how he approaches collaboration.
What do you mean?
Well, think about his reputation in the industry.
Okay.
He's known for being really generous.
Yeah.
As a collaborator.
Yeah. He seems
someone who really values everyone's contribution.
Yeah, I've heard he's really great to work with.
From the actors to the crew.
Yeah, he seems to create a very supportive environment.
Very inclusive.
On his sets.
It really aligns with those traditional Italian-American values.
Yeah.
You know, that sense of community.
Right.
Working together toward a common goal.
Yeah, it's all about the group effort.
Exactly.
And respecting everyone's role.
Exactly.
In the process.
And I think that translates to his leadership style as a director.
Yeah.
You know.
How so?
He doesn't seem to be the type to rule with an iron fist.
Right. He's more about bringing people together.
Exactly.
And fostering that collaborative spirit.
Yeah, empowering others to do their best work.
And I think that also translates into the work itself.
I agree.
When people feel good and respected and valued, they're going to produce better work.
They're going to work harder.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can see that in A Star is Born.
For sure.
The performances from both of them
are incredible, raw and emotionally charged.
That feels very real.
It feels very real, and I think that comes from the trust and respect that they had for each other.
Please like, subscribe, and watch our shorts videos and other podcasts. Links are in description.
As collaborators.
Yeah, and that respect extends to everyone on set.
I think so, yeah.
You know, from the actors to the crew to, you know,
the cinematographer,
the Giacopella,
the editors, it all comes together seamlessly.
Yeah, it all works together.
Because everyone is working towards this shared vision.
It's that Italian
it really is.
family. You can see it.
Mentality, yeah.
It's beautiful.
And I think that's a testament to not just his talent, but also
character.
Yeah, to who he is as a person.
Yeah, it takes a certain type of person to lead in that way.
Yeah, to be that secure.
Yeah, to be able to share the spotlight.
Yeah.
And to empower others.
Yeah, and I think as we wrap up this exploration of Bradley Cooper, I'm struck by his constant evolution.
Yeah, he
started out
changing and growing
as this young, hungry actor, and now he's this respected director and producer and musician.
Yeah, he never stops challenging himself.
Never stops.
For pushing the boundaries.
Pushing the boundaries, yeah.
Of his craft.
And he's done it all while staying true to who he is.
To his values.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
It's a remarkable journey.
It is.
And I'm excited to see what he does next.
Me too. And I think his story offers a lot of lessons for everyone.
I think so too.
You know, no matter what your path is.
No matter what you're striving for.
You can learn from his dedication and his perseverance.
His willingness to embrace those new challenges.
Yeah, it's been great talking about Bradley Cooper with you.
It has. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Italian Americans in Hollywood.
Ciao.